I'm smiling because I'm happy. And I'm happy because I can't believe we're back. We're back, baby. Propaganda season 2. Can't believe they let us come back. A lot has happened since the last time we put out an episode. And as much as I would love to just jump right into the regime change agenda, we need to do some catching up. It's very important. Chene Sanzira. Thokozani Coupe left the MDC again. And Fantan said, levels ribe namnangago. And social media said, iwe. Intelligence chief Owen Ncube was fired. And teachers went on strike. Again, the two were not related. Chamisa finally decided that yellow is the color that brings out his eyes. And some guy called Vlad declared war on Ukraine, and fuel prices everywhere said,
yesterday's price is not today's price.
But first, a moment of silence for Zex Manatsa, a musical juggernaut whose contribution to Zimbabwean music and folklore will never be forgotten. Rest in peace, Manatsa. Ladies and gentlemen, war vets and unfocused youth, sit back, relax, and let's get into this new season of Propaganda with Kandoro. It's been a whirlwind past few months in Zimbabwe. Actually, that's not true. It's always a whirlwind in Zimbabwe. It's either a personal whirlwind in your wallet or it's a national whirlwind. But either way, Mthuli Ncube is involved. Let's start with sports. About a month ago, FIFA banned Zimbabwe from participating in all international competitions and benefiting from any FIFA development program until it reinstates the Ziffer board, which was suspended by the Sports Recreation Commission late last year. And this is how the SRC responded. That video might be paraphrasing just a little bit, but that's pretty much what they said. Could it be that the SRC realized they can save the country a lot of money if they get the Warriors banned and they can't participate in international competitions? Too soon? Meanwhile, Cricket Zimbabwe's criminal development program seems to be taking off, because less than a year into Heatstreak's 8-year ban, we woke up to the news that Brendan Taylor was caught up in some extracurricular activities.
Cocaine. Just say cocaine.
He was doing cocaine. He was doing cocaine, which led him to being blackmailed by a match-fixing syndicate, and now he's banned for 3 years. But that's not all. Another national cricket player, Tarisai Msakanda, is currently in court facing culpable homicide charges. Msakanda allegedly hit a pedestrian who was crossing the road. The pedestrian turned out to be tennis player Gwinyai Chingoka, who succumbed to those injuries in hospital a few days later. Musakanda is also facing an additional charge of failing to report the matter to police on time. In 2021, the cricket player was fired by his Australian club for driving under the influence of alcohol. And where is Kestiko entry in all this? Probably but dead. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. In education, the cat and mouse game between government and teachers continues. Teachers in very, very, very simple terms are saying,
Vurai, aiwa, vurai ana rasa, tuda mari edu, ndime tukota, zvema surplus. Vura, hey.
If a teacher's car was to get claimed by the city of Harare, they would need 2 months without spending a single cent of their salary to pay off that $229 clamping fee. But who are we kidding? Teachers can't afford cars. That's not funny. I'm sorry, Mama. On the 28th of February, the Public Service Commission announced that after extensive meetings, it was introducing a new $100 salary, which would be paid in hard currency to every civil servant across the board. Don't you just love how election season makes the government want to connect with the common man? Nothing like it. We just wrapped up award season in Zimbabwe, which means, whew, Yeah, you probably don't have to see another salty tweet from your favorite artist until maybe next year. We still have a long way to go with our award ceremonies, but we just want to take a moment to congratulate Napoleon Nyani and the whole Jacaranda team behind this year's edition of the Namas. What a brilliant job. Well done. May you please stay inspired. Even though Zisco still is back in the news again. And just like all the other times, it's because someone believes they have what it takes to turn around things for the steel plant. Except that in this case, it's more like raising things from the dead. Maybe it's the cynic in me, but it's starting to feel like Zisco Steel is being used as a money laundering opportunity. There is always some kind of activity that never leads to anything, which is terrible because there's people in Redcliffe and Towood and surrounding areas in Kwekwe who always get their hopes up only to get their hearts broken again. The latest investor in Zisco Steel is Kuvimba Mining House, a company linked like all the other companies in Zimbabwe to Kudata Gure. Apparently the government owns 65% in Kuvimba, but not sure who the government is in this case. Back in 2021, traditional leaders went up to the plant and performed rituals to the ancestors, so maybe this time things will be different. I don't want to claim to know our ancestors any more than the next guy, but it seems that every time we've asked the ancestors for anything in recent times, the response has always been the same.
Hey. Noise there. Chichu. Ana last time makambona pesa vamnoya panapa inenge ngori me. Apana pamnomboya mboti my ancestors muri sei chiri kuitika just kungoita catch up ingori me. Zviri selfish kamundoziva zviri selfish plus biara memshu anaro iri kai rokwadza huro. Hamona man isitakura rokwadza apana anombofunga kuya nemalaga kana mavhev chakadaro kana Hennessy kungouya nemazidoro aya anokwadza huro. Aiwa chimboenda munoda regroup mozodzoka chimbono regroup plus tiri busy hamusiri mega vane vachida tiri busy chimbonoita plan.
For the sake of everyone in Kwekwe and Zimbabwe, I genuinely hope something productive comes out of this and it doesn't end up as another election campaign gimmick. Chamisa launched a new party. It's called the Citizens Coalition for Change. Yellow and gold are their colors, and everywhere they go, they paint the town yellow. It's exciting over there. Their biggest supporters seem to be the ZRP because they never miss a rally. And sometimes they'll even close a rally just so they can be the only one who will hear him speak. Meanwhile, Dagi! Politics is not him. But the most interesting thing for me this election cycle has been the double standards that we all have when it comes to political parties. Are you telling me that Fantan is not allowed to perform at a ZANU-PF rally, but Ricky Fire is a champion of democracy when he performs at a CCC rally? I don't even know if Fantan is a ZANU-PF supporter or he's just an artist who wants to feed his family. But regardless, it's his democratic right to support a candidate of his choice, just as it is your right to support an artist of your choice. Simple maths. The problem with shaming people because they support party X or a cause that doesn't align with yours is they're not going to stop just because you say so. They will just get better at hiding their allegiances and then surprise you at the ballot box. It's time to let our politics be about ideas and nation building and all that other high sounding stuff. Let's engage each other respectfully and in spite of our differences. I know firsthand, this is easier said than done. Just last week, we owe it to each other to at least try. I probably missed one or two big stories. And if I did, let me know in the comments so we can see what we can do about it. This has been another episode of Propaganda with Kandoro. And if everything goes well, I'll catch you registered voters next week.